G'day everyone, it's SDS SuperCoach, providing SuperCoach content for you. I'm here to present the round 12 review. So I'm uploading this a little bit late, so I'm probably going to keep this pretty quick because all the other better content creators are making theirs right now. So, but anyway, we'll get into it. So we scored 1,842, which is a top 16 percentile score there. We're top 3%. And we are now ranked 4,798, which is a 355 rank drop, which I'm not surprised about. Now, I'm glad it wasn't any worse. So, look, a couple of down weeks for us, but that's okay. We'll get Clayton Oliver back in the side. I've got good plans this week as well to make to make one trade in particular. We've got 10 trades left. It'll be 9 trades left with 2 upgrades to go after this week. So, let's get into the team. Hope everyone had a good week themselves. All right, so Tom Stewart, 127. Very, very good. I'll tell you what, there is a guy that I really like, Damo from Dr. SuperCoach, I believe. I could be very wrong there, but I'll check after this video. He does really good captain and vice-captain advices. He does really well in predicting the right one. So, so he would highly recommend Tom Stewart, and that was very good. So, very good from him. He said he would do well. Nick Dacos, 123, very solid. I took that score. So, look, I was going to go merit if it wasn't for Dacos, but look, I think you'd take 120 pluses for vice captain and captain scores every day of the week. So I'm not too fussed about that. Harry Shearsall, 72. I liked the role a bit better today. It was a little bit more halfback. He moved a little bit more into the midfield, but I didn't mind it today. I didn't mind it. It's a bit frustrating, of course, but maybe I'm just going the glass half full approach. So that's how I saw it. Watched most of the footy actually this week, bar the Friday night game. Then at Hawthorn, we've got Will Day with an 81. I'm going to sound controversial here. I actually didn't think he was that bad. I thought he showed a lot more promise than he did last week, where he got 30 touches, but just totally butchered the ball. I think he had like 20, 21 disposals, but most of the time he was pretty effective with the ball. So, look, 81's not ideal, and look, this is probably a fake premium. But hey, I wonder if we can actually. I'm pretty sure we can check. So he had 22 disposals, a couple of free kicks, 4, so that sort of thing. Look, I don't think it was that bad from Will Day, but we'd obviously like a bit more into sort of the scoring end. So, pretty bad day for the Hawks as well. Josh Weddle, 90. He was immense in the second half. Sort of got a bit of a lesson. Got taught a lesson a little bit in the first half by Jeremy Finlayson, but he really sparked in that second half, and he just looked outstanding. So I personally think we've got an absolute ripper in this bloke. Now, I didn't go through my trades. So, all my trades this week. Oops. I traded in Mullen, and I'll explain that in a second. Mullen for Mitchell. It is really hard to. What was it? It was Ratugolea Mitchell and Simpson out for Mullen, Dawson and Ford. So I'm reasonably happy with those, I would say. Now, I'll go through the idea of bringing in Oisin Mullen towards the end. Simpson scored a 3. He was a sub. Glad I got rid of him. Ratugolea did his hamstring, that sort of thing. And we brought in Mullen, Ford and Dawson. I actually thought Mullen wasn't actually that bad. Got about 10 touches, used it pretty well. He ran about 14 kilometres, which I'm sure Chris Scott would have loved. And I think we heard some promising signs from Chris Scott after the game, where he was just praising him a lot. But I do wonder if he's actually going to keep his spot. But I'll explain the method behind the madness, as my great mate DR says. And me and DR are catching up for the footy this weekend for Hawthorn Brisbane, so I'm pretty excited for that. Sinclair and Constable, he's never coming back in. Stop getting your hopes up there. Bontempelli, I was thinking of captaining him, but I just thought, I think merit against North, considering the amount of big scores that North give up to midfields. I just thought, well, you know what I mean. I guess it didn't really matter in the end because I took Dacos to score. Clayton Oliver didn't play, but he's back this week, so that is super important for our team. Probably why we've dropped. How many spots have we dropped? Probably about 1,800, 1,000. About 1,800 spots overall in season rank over the past couple of weeks. But Clayton Oliver back in the side will certainly help that. A lot of people that traded him out got their sugar hit while he was stuck on the pine. So, look, it's important to get him back, and look, we hope for a very strong rest of the season from here. Zach Merritt, 137. He was absolutely sensational in the first quarter, but he was too good that he had to get tagged. So Liam Shields put a bit of work into him, and it's still a very good score in the end. Still quite a captain score, but could have easily been like 200. It was mental. Rory Laird, 112, super solid, can't complain. Dawson on his debut, 106. Look, I got him at 593, so what's his break even? 112. Yeah, big deal, lost 13K. Just worked with what I was going to do for this coming week. Tom Green, 89. He got a lot of the ball, but just butchered it. He's the new Tim Taranto. Just butchers the ball all the time, so that's fairly disappointing. Chin Cotter, I was just happy to have him back in the side, so I'll just take any score we can get. By the way, I didn't mention we had about 18 on the field, which is a bit disappointing. Would have been 19 if we had Oliver, but is what it is. So Chin Cotter, 61. Don't know what happened this game, so I couldn't tell you. He was solid. Sharpie was my captain. They all had the bye. Timmy English, 156, went nuts. We were hoping for another big, strong week once again from Tim English. It was a bit quiet as of late, so it was great to reward owners with a massive score of 156. These two had the bye. Well, Madden didn't get picked. Tim Taranto, 111. Again, butchered the ball a bit. Could have been a lot bigger, but I think it was actually pretty strong in the last quarter. Connor Rosie, 98. Hawthorn are actually pretty restrictive against opposition, so 98, that's pretty solid. Jack Ziegull, my God. If anyone was watching that Essendon North Melbourne game, you would have seen just the amount of butchering this lad did. He was cutting meat, this bloke. He was a proper butcher. 59. The kicks like 3 or 4 kicks out in the full. It was just so frustrating. And Ziegull was was one of the reasons why they lost that game, North Melbourne. That's super disappointing, especially from your former captain, a club champion, if you will, for him to just lack composure in the dying moments. It was a proper tank job by North Melbourne there. Bailey Humphrey, 99. What a pickup. What an absolute pickup this bloke has been. 99. I might keep him over Ziegull. Like, that's what I'm really considering. So 99, absolutely fantastic. And hey, he is really charging towards Harry Ziegull for that Rising Star award. I mean, I think he's still got a bit of work to do, but Ziegull's slowing up. Humphrey's been amazing over the past 4 or 5 weeks. I'll tell you what. So this has been a tremendous pickup. The first week I've actually had him on field, so that's just great. Then our last player on field was Eddie Ford with a 48. I think he did some nice things on the field. You'd hope he doesn't get dropped. I thought he was pretty solid with what he did. Just didn't get enough of it. And Roberts is injured. All right, so I will discuss the method behind the madness with O'Shin Mullen in for Seamus Mitchell. So I'll tell you my trade plans this week. I'm going to trade Ashcroft to Sicily. That's been the plan for the past, 7 days now. So Ashcroft to Sicily this week. Now, I'll get to Mullen first. It seems a bit silly to go early on a rookie, and I agree. I don't really recommend it, but I would have had 17 on field. I was probably going to bring in Mullen this week because think about it. Anyone under 100, because my budget was about 118K on some other rookie to get in. Who else under 118K was there? Seriously. So I still think this bloke has one of the lower break evens out there. I think you can't see it here, but it's a negative 31. So because I was going to do Mitchell to Mullen this week and then Ashcroft to Sicily, but I just thought I may as well go a week early on Mullen if I can get that extra score. I just thought of it that way. So yeah, we did that. At least we got the extra score on the board, so that's 37 less points than what we would have had because I would have brought in Mullen during his bye. So got the extra points on field. That was really the main reason. And it really sucked with trading out Mitchell because he certainly had another about 20K to make this week, and he was a laid out. So that does suck a bit, but it is what it is. So I thought I may as well take advantage. All right, let's get into trades. So my one trade this week, as I mentioned, Ashcroft. Oh, gee, my leg is dead. I say this every video, but I really need to invest into a desk. All right, let's send Constable the back line. We've got about 204K. Well, we've got 624K now. Let's get in. I can't possibly be a Hawthorn supporter and not have James Sicily on my side. I just can't do it, watching him every single week. Love the man. He's really shown up. I think he just works better as a player when there's two key defenders there. So that's really the idea. Let's get Sinclair back on. And let's get a few of these blokes back on. Andy Brayshaw. Let me do that. We'll get Matty Johnson on field just in case. Now, this should be... Actually, we don't need him. It's actually a fairly easy... It is, to be honest, it really is a pretty easy buy to get through because it's best 18. So realistically, your hope should be that you should have 18 premiums for this week to be scoring. So that should be your realistic aim, and that's probably where you should be up to with your side. You probably should have 18 premiums or fake premiums to score for you this week. So, well, I'll count mine right now. 1, 2, 3. I'll count all the premiums that I'm planning on keeping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I've got 20 premiums on my side, but Stuart's got 5, of course. So out of those 19 premiums on field, one of them I ain't going to get their worst. I ain't going to get their score. So whoever scores worse. So basically the thought behind trading Ashcroft, I know he's going to be handy for the next 2 weeks, but Sicily's break-even's far too low for my liking. So I just want to jump on him now. Will Ashcroft score? Will very likely not even count this week for my team. So I just thought, well, I may as well do that. So we've got 9 trades left with 2 upgrades to do, which is very doable, but it does mean keeping Sheasel, Day, and Ziegull. So I'll tell you through my game plan what I'm thinking. Next week, probably no trades, unless there's a real rookie guy that I need to jump on, or if maybe Weddle's time and making money is up, then I could look to trade him to maybe a potential rookie that's on offer. I think we should have 18 players for that buy. 1, 2, 3, we'll count Mullen, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And that's counting Mullen. So we'll have about 18, 17 for that round 14 buy, which is okay. But I like the little advantage here. I think I have 1 less premium with that round 15 buy than most. So I consider that as an advantage. And that's why I would like to keep that advantage. So hopefully in round 15, I can do better than most. So that's the thought process there. Look, round 14 might be a bit of a struggle, same with round 12, but round 15, I might be able to have a little leg up for that week. Round 15, I'll probably bring in Darcy Cameron. That is the plan. I want him to be at F6 just to be ruck swing cover for the year with Madden, if need be. English or Marshall are injured for a week. Easy to do. And then round 16, bring in whoever midfielder I want. So this is heading into the first round of non-buys. So heading into round 16, probably trade Humphrey, that sort of thing. Yeah, trade Humphrey for any midfielder we want. Do that sort of thing. See what we can afford. Love to get like a Sarong. Sam Walsh is dropping in price. So Lockie Neal, that sort of thing. So just to finalise this midfield. So, and then one thing I'm also considering is trading out one of. I'll have a couple more weeks left of data to see who I want to trade out. Sorry, I farted. one of Ziegull, Day, or Ziegull, because they're not looking that great at the minute. Trade one of those out and bring in Callum Mills, who is going to be at around 430k after his first game. See if he looks any good. I might jump on him as just like a cheap primo, and I'll just say to myself, hey, I think Callum Mills can outscore whoever I trade out of Ziegull, Day, or Ziegull. And look, I think I can, and then they'll probably leave me with, like, after Cameron and whichever midfielder I bring in, heading into round 16, I should have 5 trades left. And then one of Ziegull, Day, or Ziegull can become could become Callum Mills. That would leave me with 4 trades, hopefully with a little bit of money in the bank. We'll see how things are going. So, yeah, look, that is my team, and that's how I'm setting myself up long term. Let's have a look at the SuperCoach leagues, the SDS SuperCoach league. Beat Jesse, Huey Pies, so unlucky, mate. And I think I got done here by 9 points. Well done to Bradley. Huffy's big guns. Did me by 9 points, you cheeky bastard. So well done, mate. You did a great job there. So we'll check where everyone's ranked in these leagues. My leg is dead, so I'll just wrap this up. I'm now 3rd on the ladder, so I've still been 3rd on the ladder. I think Riley's having a really good year, mark of the year. Yeah, we're about more than halfway through our league season, so best of luck to anyone that's trying to get into finals. It is a real, I mean, I still think anyone up to 7/8 could still sneak in there, so best of luck to you. And then also in the SDS Times Pro League, both of our leagues did really well this week. Our SDS Times Pro League is now 297th, and I think the SDS SuperCoach League went up by about 200 spots in the overall league ranking, so that's great. I'm 5th here. Ryan's doing a tremendous job. Grace's Secret, Daniel, Corey, well done. There's Brad from SuperCoach Pro. He had a good week. And, yeah, look, another league where it's pretty tight to make finals. So yeah, look, thank you guys very much for watching. I can barely move my leg. So I'll wrap it up, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you had a fantastic week yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers. Have a good night, guys.